would like to say thank you to Steve and to Matt, to the faculty and to the staff here who have pulled us together for this brunch and given us the opportunity, some of us, to come and share our stories with you. It is really an honor to be here with you, and it's so great to be back at Penn. Isn't it nice for all of us to be back here? I love these brunches. So today I'd like to tell you a story, and the story has a moral. The moral of the story is this: anything is possible. Anything is possible. And I am living proof, and I'm going to tell you the story of it. So it started when I was 40 years old, and I came here to Penn to achieve a Master of Science in Organizational Dynamics. Like many of you, I was seeking change, seeking something bigger. It was my turn to figure out what kind of dent I wanted to make in the universe. That's what I got out of this program. For you new students, get ready, because it's a ride. So, 40 years old, I start in the program, and I attend my first class, Dynamics 641, the Art and Science of Organizational Coaching. The rest, as they say, is history, because I am now an executive coach. I focused on coaching in my studies. I also focused on travel, and it has really changed my life and how I extend my gifts into the world. So that was 40. 2 years later, I left a several decades long career in corporate and started my own coaching practice. Less than a year later, I walked in graduation and received a Master of Science in Organizational Dynamics. It was a wonderful day. But then what? What comes next after something like that? Well, like many of you, I too am a lifelong learner. And so I continue to hone my craft and study coaching, teach coaching, do coaching. I challenge my clients to dream big, like me. Dream big and stretch themselves beyond their comfort zones. And I'd be a real hypocrite if I didn't do the same thing myself. So, 2 years after graduating, I was in a professional development retreat in Asheville, North Carolina, studying with an author who I met through this program in Rod's class, actually. And I declared 2 really big goals. Dreaming big, I was. I said, I want to start something called Coaches Without Borders. Modeled on Doctors Without Borders, that was in my head, that's my way of extending into the universe. Then I had a very personal big goal. I wanted to climb Mount Kilimanjaro before I turned 50. I was 45 at the time. That was in 2010. In 2011, Coaches Without Borders ran its first pilot. We paired 7 US-trained executive coaches with leaders of 8 organizations in Ghana. Many of the coaches, some of them are in this room, are from the Penn program or associated with the Penn program. So it started again from Penn, right? That's Coaches Without Borders. Well, in June of 2010, I traveled to East Africa alone in an attempt to beat the odds. Because you see, only 41% of the people who try to climb Mount Kilimanjaro actually make it to the top. And true to my word, yes, those are true statistics from the mountain, only 41%. It's hard to believe. I'm glad I didn't know that number before I went. It might have stopped me, but probably not. And true to my form, so as not to be a hypocrite, I wanted to challenge myself in a really big way. So the route that I chose is considered by many an unviable route. Many companies refuse to talk to you about this route. It was closed for several years, several deaths a year, avalanches, rock slides. But to me, it was the most efficient, and it was open. So that's the route I took. And on June 20th of 2011, I hit the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro. Yes. But it doesn't stop there, because anything is possible. It doesn't stop there. I took that feeling, and I came home, and I couldn't keep it inside. I had to write about it. And I started to write and write and write. And I had no idea I was going to do this, but I ended up publishing a book, and it's called Kilimanjaro, One Woman's Journey to the Roof of Africa and Beyond. And it was published 7 weeks ago. All right, so enough about me. I want you each to find something to write on, please, and find something to write with. A napkin will do if you have one of those little cocktail napkins, piece of paper. Okay. And write down your answer to this question. Before I die, I want to. Before I die, I want to. Dream big. Dream big, nothing easy, not get into the next class that I really hope to take. Dream big. Stretch yourself beyond your comfort zone. You know, if you'd asked me 15 years ago if I thought I'd have a degree from the University of Pennsylvania, I would say, no way. If you'd asked me 15 years ago if I thought I wouldn't be working in corporate America anymore, I'd say, no way. Time? Okay. So I am receiving my time limit. If you want to know how to take that next step, come to my table. I have a formula for how I achieved what I achieved, and I'd love to share it with you. I'll be here. Thank you.